What up, everybody? My name is Shannon Clements. Some call me the nomadic author. Others call me mental. Why? Because I like to think a little. And basically what I'm thinking about right about now, for one, trying to figure out where in the hell I'm going to park. So my time is almost out. You know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning. I done got picked up a load that actually put me on a night shift, which means that I'm practically, this is where that location was at. I said I was going to stop here one of these days. Anyways, I got something I can pick up on one of these days, and now I know exactly where it was. I was looking for it, couldn't find it at first, but now I know exactly where it was. Last time I came down this way, a truck pulled up alongside of me, you know what I'm saying, and blocking it like it was blocking the sign so I couldn't read it. And he cruised along, and you know these trucks only go so fast. So what was I supposed to do? Yeah, I went and got me a ladder, you know what I'm saying, because, and that's what was sticking out back there, you know what I'm saying, my ladder. I went and bought me a ladder because it helps me get into the in and out of the trailer when they need me to sweep it out, just like last night they wanted me to sweep out the last trailer before I dropped it and picked up this preloaded trailer. And basically, and the reason why I did that is for one simple fact. I was at this other location, I climbed into the trailer, but when I tried to get out, you know what I'm saying, I kind of like fell and landed on my back, you know what I'm saying, and on the elbows. The elbows got a little ash. They didn't scratch up and start bleeding, but there's just a little ash, you know what I'm saying, because it fell back like, oh, it didn't hurt. It was more like hilarious, so that's the reason why I laughed it off. I was like, I can't believe this just happened to me. It's one of those situations where you like, when you don't expect for it to happen, but when it happened, you like, dang, I can't believe that happened to me, you know, and you kind of like laugh it off. But you know, so I got on up, went and took it, finished dropping that trailer and everything, because I had to climb in there. I had to get my the last load I had in that trailer. They hooked up my load straps again on the wall instead of giving them directly back to me. So that's what happened there. So I had to climb in there, get my load straps out there, roll them up, then climb back out, and that's how I ended up falling. Hey, you know, it's not like it's a ladder back there for you to climb up into the trailer on. You know what I'm saying? You got bars, and you got a little small piece of the ledge of the tail light sticking out where you need a ladder. So I went and bought me a ladder. Actually, I just went and bought it not too long ago. Just like I just went and bought, it's the rainy season, right? It's going to be raining, cats and dogs, you know what I'm saying, because it's springtime. Especially when I could be along the coast, you know what I'm saying, anywhere from North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, where I just came from. I just left New York. Down there in Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, you know what I'm saying, all them places along the coast, you know what I'm saying, where these hurricanes is coming in off the ocean, and it's at its strongest. Trust me, when you're in that hurricane rain and it's at its strongest, coming straight off of that ocean, that rain will drench you. Literally, it will drench you. So that's the reason why I went on ahead and spend a little money to go ahead and grab me a rain suit. You know what I'm saying? The jacket and the pants cost me $200. You know what I'm saying? But it's that Gore-Tex. It's the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get one of the cheap ones out of Walmart. but I couldn't find nothing in my size. I needed a 3X. They didn't sell the ones that they sell that don't go up to it. They do go up to a 3X, but Walmart just don't carry it. And I don't think that it was even on. They even carried it in their online store either. So it's not like I could order it and then have it sent to my home or whatever, you know. And I just pick it up from there. But I was just watching. But what really made me want to make this video, because I was watching a couple of videos made by these truckers, you know. Some of them are very, very knowledgeable in the things that they do. But then, as I was once taught by a certain group, actions, what did it say? Motives brings rewards. So in other words, you dish out this information, but what's your motives behind dishing out this information? And the person, one of the people that I was listening to, he almost reminded me of an old friend that I had, that I no longer deal with anymore. You know, they try to talk to you, then they try to go through all the aspects of everything that you are deciding to do with your own personal life, and then turn around they're trying to really talk you out of it. But what's the motive behind it? Is it really to help you? Or is it the fact that they didn't want you doing better than them? Because I listen to this person, you know what I'm saying, this person constantly on a truck that's constantly breaking down. It's an old truck. But he's talking to somebody else in his mind that of their plans of going ahead and doing all this. I don't know if he's really talking about himself and the plan that he was putting together. He's kind of like playing devil's advocate with himself, or if he's actually really talking about somebody else that was planning on doing all of these things. But it seemed like he threw all his knowledge out to try to make you second guess what it is that you had planned for your own personal life. And then try to talk you out of going into it. But here's one thing. If you never step out on the ledge, then how will you know whether you're going to be successful in what you planning on doing in the first place? You just let somebody else talk you completely out of your game. Completely out of it. Then this person started talking about all the stuff that he do and want to show on his phone, all this different things that he got or what he earned and all this other stuff. That's fine and dandy for your life, but what about that next man or woman's life that you just totally talked them out of doing something? You see, I listened to this one guy. He went from being homeless with his wife living in his I think they was in a station wagon. Now that man and his wife is worth over $85 million. But he said it didn't happen overnight. He had to step out on that ledge and open up a business just so he could learn. And each business that he opened and failed at, it was a different aspect of business that he learned that he could have did and became successful in that business. So therefore, what he ended up doing, he got into the real estate market. Started teaching people. He started doing all his own real estate business deals and all the other stuff. And then, but he didn't just do it all himself. He hired a president to run his company. He started the business, wrote the business model and everything, and then hired a president to run the business for him. And then so that way he can have more time to do other things instead of him trying to do everything all by himself. or just him and his wife. So that's what was ended up happening right there. I didn't get a chance to see what this said, but the man that I'm talking about, he's a very well-known business entrepreneur. His name is Robert T. Kiyosaki. So I had another old friend that asked me, because I was poor. Still am. But I was poor. And he asked me a good question. Because I had my idea of what business was all about and what I was going to get into and what I was going to do. But like I said, I had a friend just like that guy who always tried to down talk anything. Like I was going to start a business called Opportunities Call. First thing out of that friend's mouth is, what type of ghetto name is that to have on your business? What you mean ghetto? It's an actual business that I'm thinking about starting, and there's nothing ghetto about it. And so now what my whole business venture was starting like a temporary service. Only thing is that I didn't just put out ads or whatever. We come knocking on the door asking you if you need a job. We come looking for you. Because we got all the jobs listed that needs to be filled, and we're going to fill those positions. We're knocking on your door. We're sending mailers right to your house. We're calling you, looking for the job, looking for people who actually need the job and see if they qualify and everything else. Because it's sad how I used to look at these Sundays papers. You know what I'm saying? It's a Sunday paper at one ads. It's a compilation of all the one ads that's placed all throughout the week. And it's just page after page after page, small blocks of different jobs that's available. And it's sad because they can't find people to actually fill those jobs. So why not go look for people that can actually fill it? Rather than just sitting up in the, hoping somebody come moseying along. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people can't afford to get out there. So that's another thing I was working on, is trying to get transportation, to get you transported from your home to the job. So there was nothing ghetto about what it is that I was going to do. The business almost actually came to fruition. And it's something that the government would have funded. Trust me, because I had already talked to a few people in government, and they was all for it. But anyways, I had another old friend that asked me, would you listen to a poor man about business, or would you listen to a rich man about business? I said, well, shit. Listen to the rich guy, because he's the one with all the knowledge. He said, thank you. And that was that. He chose to go listen to some rich guy rather than working and starting a business with me. Okay. So I'm not even gonna get into what he ended up getting into and doing all this other stuff. That's none of my business to be discussing. But let's just say I didn't. It's a part of business that I didn't really want to partake in. So my business plans was going elsewhere. So let that be that. So now what I'm looking at is the same way as with when I wanted to start a lottery club. The only thing that the person with the lottery club that's joining my lottery club, the only thing they have to know about where the money is going is the money being spent on the tickets. And you can see, I will give you a copy of every ticket that is purchased with your money. But what he's trying to find out is what I'm going to do with the money behind the scenes and all this other stuff. And then how can I guarantee a win? I can tell you, I can guarantee you to win, but I also told you exactly what I'm gonna do with the money. I'm buying lottery tickets with the money. Now, he wanted to have total knowledge of anything else that I was doing in my life. That's none of your business. Your whole main interest is the lottery club itself, not what I'm doing in my personal private business or my personal private life. That's where he overstepped his bounds, and for some odd reason I couldn't get him to see that. So, needless to say, he was not part of my lottery club. And later on, by myself, almost hit it for $25 million, and I would have shut that motherfucker completely the fuck up. Just like I put it on camera. It's on one of my videos. I told you I almost hit for $45 million. No, it's $240 million. Completely shut the fuck up talking to me. Cause that's twice I damn near hit the jackpot. First time, you know what I'm saying, I was in a position where I couldn't put it shut up. The second time, I showed it on camera. Now what? If I show it a third time, then what? So my lottery club ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't have no business knowing anything in my personal life. You know, and then anything about my lottery club either. So now, because you chose not to get into it, let that be that. My business ventures has nothing to do with you because I didn't choose to include you in on it. My family can't even tell you to get in on it, and you going to use your connections in the city government to try to find out my personal business. I can actually sue for that. I'm just saying. I got, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with my bank account. I have privacy disclosures with the bank, so therefore you shouldn't even know what's in my bank. When it comes to my company that I deal with, I have privacy statements with them as well. There's nothing that you should even be. I didn't even use you as a reference. So therefore, it's nothing that you should even be thinking about when it comes to my choice of employment. It has nothing, completely nothing to do with you at all. And nobody in the city government should be asking you for my personal information, because then, once again, I can sue for that. I can't get sued. I can sue for that. I mean, so it's one of them type deals where, you know what I'm saying, you grew up with these people. They're friends. They're old friends. But when you grow up, you actually grow up. What business of my personal business is it of yours? You don't run my household, not for damn sure ain't trying to. I don't even give a fuck about your goddamn household. So, literally, why should I have to go through all of that? My family shouldn't even have nothing to say about it at all. My personal business is my personal business, and that goes for anybody watching this video. If your family is in your business like that, if you got old friends in your business like that, there's a problem. Because if you're not handling your own business, they trying to handle it for you. And as I remember, I don't have a guardian. I'm not on Social Security. I don't have a mental illness. I had somebody who tried to set me up for Social Security, so I can try to take advantage of certain government programs so I can gain employment. It's sad, you know what I'm saying, because they offer all of these different programs, but you gotta have a mental disability just to even get into the program. That's sad, man. That's how it was set up in Detroit. That's how it's set up in Michigan. They got a whole lot of different programs to help you to get a job or whatever. But guess what? Even when it comes to getting bus tickets, but you gotta have a mental disability to even get the bus tickets, so you can get back and forth to work. So how in the hell, if you can't afford to get back and forth, you can't even get on the bus? And trust me, I've been through my share of arguing with the bus drivers. You know what I'm saying? I done paid my fare. The bus driver wanted to try to tell me to get off the goddamn. I ain't getting off the fucking bus because I paid my fare. Shut up and drive the fucking bus. Trust me, I done talked to the drivers like that. I done got in arguments with them, all that stuff, and I sat my happy-go-lucky ass down and I rode the bus to where the hell I needed to go. I paid my fare. Shut up and drive. It's sad you had to talk to him like that. But then when I became an actual bus driver, I started learning a lot of stuff. And I'm like, damn, a lot of the shit y'all used to pull on me, pulling off on me, not even waiting, you showing no common courtesy or any of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Telling me to get off the bus when you shouldn't even said that to me. Because for one, the bus ain't yours. And they tell you that when you're going through the school for driving a goddamn bus. The bus ain't yours. It belongs to the people. Shut up and drive that damn bus. And they actually teach you. Teach you that. If the little old woman want to cuss you out and tell you to shut up and drive the goddamn bus, that's what you gonna do. Shut the fuck up and drive the goddamn bus. This is what they tell you in class. But you got a lot of people who don't know that shit, and guess what? They let the drivers get away with a whole lot of shit, and then the police turn around and bagging them up. Without actually looking at the fact that it might actually be the driver starting the shit in the first place. That's the reason why you got people with all these damn camera phones. They videotaping all this shit now because they trying to get lawsuits. That's like if it's raining, like if you're trying to ride the bus, you at the end of the line of that bus, waiting, you know what I'm saying, end of that bus line, and you're waiting for that bus to come, and it shows up finally. If it's an adverse weather conditions, like it's hotter than shit, 95, almost 100 degrees outside, no shade nowhere. If it's pouring, cats and dogs, just pouring raining, and you standing there in the rain, there's no bus shelter, there's nowhere for you to take shelter at, and you just waiting on the bus. If it's freezing fucking cold outside, do you know they supposed to allow you to get on the bus and wait on that bus until they finish their break and then pull off? They're supposed to allow you to get on the bus in any type of adverse weather conditions. Because they tell you they can actually get sued for that, for making you stand out there in adverse weather conditions, waiting on them to finish their fucking break. And they tell you by law, literally, they don't even have to get a goddamn break. You know, so I know I'm not going back there, you know what I'm saying? Because if I had to end a breakdown and catch the bus, I know I'm going to hear it from the motherfuckers. And I don't give a shit. And they know I don't give a shit. Either. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and they tell you that they don't, them people who got the mental disabilities, they ADAs, they have people who actually can check up behind them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sad. You can, if you're not an ADA, meaning you got a mental disability and they allow you to get these free passes, whatever, ride the bus, whatever, and you part of these government programs and all this other shit. If you're not a part of any of that stuff, it's hard to get a fucking lawyer to even take your case. Trust me, I done went through a whole line of, you know what I'm saying, I done been on the phone talking to talking to the state bar. You know what I'm saying? Or the state bar, or whatever they call it. And they telling me to call lawyer after attorney after attorney after attorney, and all of them keep turning me down. But yet, one of these ADA motherfuckers in the same damn situation can have to go down and the ADA sue the fuck out of Detroit, out of the city bus all the fucking time. They tell you that. They won't tell you as the public, but they tell you that in class. ADA tear their ass up all the time. People get towed off all the time. Because they're getting mistreated by the bus drivers. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why when I was a bus driver, I tried to be fair to everybody. Woman back there talking trash to herself. Everybody telling us, y'all shut the fuck up. She ain't bothering you. You shut the fuck up. And leave that woman alone. Because now you creating a whole big situation that's not supposed to be going on. She can't help it. She got a mental disability. You don't. Shut up. Leave her alone, because it's going to cause a bigger confusion, and you going to end up getting put off the damn bus, because I'm going to make sure you get off of it. You know what I'm saying? They pamper them goddamn ADA, because the ADA tearing their ass up in court all the fucking time. They tell you that. They won't tell you, the citizen, but they tell you as a trainee and a trainee bus driver. You know what I'm saying? About to get badged and all the other good stuff. They tell you that stuff. I went through that damn rule book. I seen a whole lot of stuff that they was doing to me. And I'm like, damn, for real? Y'all was pulling this shit on me for real? And I could actually sue. They immediately tell me that all these goddamn attorneys telling me I can't sue. And I'm reading the shit in your handbook. You have to buy company policy, city policy. They must carry that goddamn handbook on them at all fucking times. And I guarantee you, if you tell them to pull that damn handbook out, they ain't gonna pull it out, because they know that as soon as you go through that shit, you point that shit out that they was just pulling on you. And all that stuff, what a lot of people don't know also, the whole bus is on camera. You think they can't hear you? They hear your conversations too. They don't tell people that, but it's on you to read the signs. They ain't gonna fucking tell you that shit though. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got the people back in the office, you know what I'm saying, watching and laughing at, snickering and laughing at you and shit, but at the same time, they gonna cover that driver. So I'm just saying, it is what it is. It's a lot of dirty stuff that goes on, you know. But I look at this industry right here. Like I said, when I first came to this industry, no experience whatsoever driving the truck. I went through CRE. My mama had just passed away. I was out on the road trying to get, because I'm a published author as well. I was trying to drum up book sales. That's why I was traveling through the country in my van, trying to drum up book sales, you know. And then when my mama passed away, that changed the whole game. So it was like I had to go through a whole different. I had to go through a lifestyle change. So I said, instead of doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and go to trucking. It's not because of any of my neighbors. It's not because any of my family. It's not because of anybody. It was just because I was searching online and I saw trucking school. C.R. England calls. So I called and talked to him. You know, so I'm like, are you serious? I can make this much money? They say, yeah. You can make that your first year. For real? Come on. Let us give you a ticket. But I got my fan. I might try to drive. I tried to get the tried to get the church to give me some money so I could put in a gas tank so I can drive all the way there. They knew all about me getting ready to go to truck school and everything. They refused to give me the gas money. The church. I said, wow. Here it is. Y'all can ask me for all this money and all this other stuff, and I'm giving it to you. But when I need something, it's like I was in a situation. I had just ran out of gas. My van was in a parking lot of the church. Nobody there would give me money to put in my gas tank so I can get out of there. And then the church itself threatened to threatened to have my van towed to a tow yard, leaving me out in the streets. That's how the church was doing me. But yeah, when they talking about sold 1,000, I sold over 12, almost 13 grand into that church. When my van broke down on me, do you know I couldn't even get the money to get my van fixed from that church? I had to go to another church, and they fixed that van for me. Another church, because my van broke down, and I had nowhere else. I didn't have the money, so I walked down the street to the church and asked them, can I use their phone? And they asked me what I need to use the phone. I told them exactly what was happening, and the police down there, telling me that I need to get it moved because they come back, they have my van towed. They said, don't worry about it. We gonna get it taken care of for you. A different church that ain't getting not one red cent out of me did what the church that got over 13 grand worth of shit out of me, plus some out of me. A piece of fucking land that they let go delinquent, and then that was on them. That was completely on that church. Man, I just went through a lot of I've seen a lot of dirty things come out of church. You know what I'm saying? But when they threatened to have my van towed, I didn't have nobody that was going to actually help. When my mama died, do you know? I had my uncle come pick me up. I drove my van. I was waiting for him to come show up. I didn't think he was going to show up or whatever. He came out there and we drove. I followed him back to his house. And then I parked my van in his backyard.